I would just like to understand that how many of you represent the education space, right? Good. So it's, I think, something useful which is going to be here. I have some views before the other panelists also come. If you look at basically education in our country, it has started in a mode after independence where it was more state-driven. And if you look at private schools in K-12 space, they largely came from missionaries. And if you remember, the early private schools which this country had came as convent schools or missionary schools, or schools which were residential in nature, and all these residential public schools which came in. Then you had schools which came because of philanthropic contribution by businessmen and entrepreneurs who thought that this was the time for them to give back to the society. So if you look at the state schools, which were government schools, and if you look at the private schools, this is how the genesis, that's how the origin came in. That over the years, when these schools, the private schools, through the missionary mode or through philanthropy, they started making a difference in the society. People felt that education is something which can be treated as an industry. Education is something which can bring you results, which can not only provide kind of a social upliftment, but also is something which can be looked at as returns on your investment. With this, over last 25, 30 years, many people who felt that education is a good place to invest in have gone and invested in education and come out with a lot of private schools. During the same time, what has also happened is that the pre-K or the nursery schools, which were not in the formal structured education delivery, have also started coming up. But as would happen in any other industry, just opening a school or just getting into higher education or just by saying that I'm going to invest in pre-K, it is not necessary that till the time you have a real orientation in terms of quality, in terms of delivery, and also you keep in mind the social aspect of the education, things don't happen. So today we have a very esteemed panel with us. We have people from K-12 space, we have from higher education. So first I would just briefly introduce everyone and then put them there. So I have next to me Mr. Shishir Jaipuria. Shishirji is Chairman and Managing Director of Guinea Filaments and also Chairman of Seth Anandram Jaipuria Education Society, which is involved in imparting quality education through its schools and management institutes. Mr. Jaipuria heads various committees in business associations as FICCI and PhD. And today he is here because he runs the successful chain of schools and he feels that there is an opportunity to take Jaipuria brand forward. We have with us Mrs. Preeti Quatra, who is Director of Petal Preschools Club. She is a certified and skilled counselor. She is actively involved in various philanthropic and social causes. And now they have 6 branches in terms of their schools. I also have Mr. Rathore. Mr. Rathore is founder and Managing Director of Sanford Group of Schools. He was one of the first people who have launched UK concept of preschool education in India. Mr. Rathore was also elected as President of Early Childhood Care Educators Association. I have Dr. Hari Krishnan Maram, a known and reputed educationalist, who is also the Chairman, Founder, CEO of Imperial College in Bangalore. He has written several papers and has been awarded with various distinctions on a pan-India basis. I have with me Anne Marie Brand. She's the founder of Gymka, an IFA award-winning European fitness franchise. a career QFA, an entrepreneur, and Mary's interest and training expertise lies in gymnastic, fitness, and business. I have Mrs. Neeta Arora, who is the principal, an academician. She is leading the premier institution in the name of Modern Vidya Niketan. And one of the key factors they have is that the students coming out of their institutions are excelling very well in engineering and medical entrances. And they felt that this is a time to share their experience and build up more schools which can support these children. Then I have Dr. Shabnam Sharma with me. She is a dentist, but then she felt that the women entrepreneur in her encouraged in a very early stage first to handle the family agriculture business, and then later on she felt that robotics and these kind of new age learning tools are the one which should be introduced in schools. So she has founded her company and she is there to help us. So I would request Mr. Jaipuria to begin with to explain that how their schools were started first in a philanthropic mode, and today how they want to carry out this excellence and take it forward to various geographies in India. Mr. Jaipuria.